What's up, guys? We're here at the 1% Mastermind, and we have Josh Lustig with us. And we're at the, what is this place called? The Walking or the Talking Stick?
Yeah.
I keep messing that up. Okay, so we're at the Talking Stick Casino with the 1% Mastermind. We're having a good time. We're learning, and Josh pointed out that he's not dressed up really nice, so I decided I'd go ahead and interview him so you could see that he doesn't always wear dress pants. And that's it. That's the point of the interview. No, I'm just kidding. So, Josh, everybody wants to know how you do it, man. How do you do it? A to Z, go.
Well, that's kind of a loaded question.
So, you know, you created a little bit of buzz because you're a young guy and everybody knows you're writing a good bit of med stuff, and you seem to have a good system and process down. What's that journey been like? How much trial and error did you have to put in and money spent on the front end to kind of figure that stuff out that people don't talk about?
Well, a lot. I mean, some would consider me a little bit crazy, but just getting on people, big time people like you and Cody and people at like events like this. Mm-hmm. About this time last year is when I started my journey. Look, I wanted to learn how to do online leads, how to figure out how to generate leads outside of my area. As you know, I'm in a town of 1,000 people, mm-hmm. so that does limit me in my prospecting. And so I started this journey, and I spent over $120,000 on coaching and courses and learning and testing on figuring out how to actually generate leads, which I've never done before, and to work those over the phone, and to build a sales team and start growing and mm-hmm. scaling. So it's been a fun journey, and we're learning a lot along the way.
So how many people want you to give them the information you spent $120,000 and a year or more in time learning for free?
A lot.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So, we give a lot of information away. Of course, sometimes people think, oh, there's the secret sauce. We did that video a little while back where we had the Space Jam pun from when Bugs Bunny put the bottle things of Michael's secret stuff, and it was just water. So a lot of times I do think that it is trial and error. Somebody else I was talking to earlier, I used you as a reference. I was like, Josh has a good thing going in his advertising, but it's not like necessarily that you could go throw the same thing up that he's doing and it worked for you. You do have to do some trial and error and try some different things. So it's interesting, that people think like that there's just like this little tweak that you can throw on, but you're even still tweaking it to find new, and I'm sure it changes over time. Plus, you're trying to get it better. So, tell me about that kind of journey there.
Yeah, I think with anything, it's like, something works. Like you always say, everything works a little bit, nothing works a lot. Well, it's true. Like you start tweaking it and it works, and you find some success. And for me, it's all about testing one variable at a time. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of marketers talk about that as tweak one variable, and if it works, great, implement it. If it doesn't, well, throw it away and start again. So I'm always testing, trying to get better. Yeah. And for some reason, 90% of the time when I do a tweak, it seems like it works better, and you just keep refining it. And a lead is a lead at the end of the day. Like, we have to up our sales game. I tell my guys that all the time. Mm-hmm. We need to make sure that we're upping our sales skills and doing role play at the office during the day, trying to go through those conversations and how to overcome objections, close the deal. Phone sales is something we didn't do in the past, and now that's all we do. So it's been really interesting.
So you talk about right now you're writing the Manhattan DVH plan at a 76% attachment rate, right? I talk about DVH all the time, and I think something that would be just helpful is to hear it from somebody who, we talked about it, you bought into the idea of it, you've added it to your practice, and it's added a great, another revenue stream, as well as your clients are, but for the most part, completely happy with it so far too. So, tell me about how that kind of evolved.
Sure, yeah, like you're the one that introduced me to it. I used to think really a lot smaller about it, and I just went, I didn't really like the dental plans that were in my county. Mm-hmm. I wasn't thinking big on different states levels and different things like that. Now that we're in 15 different states, we needed a product that would actually be good for our clients. I never believed in dental before, but I love the Manhattan Life $3,000, limit. Yeah. I think that's a maximum. I think that's an awesome plan. And like you said, we're doing about 76%. That's what we did last year for every med sep. Every 10 med seps, we'd get about 7.
Right. That's an awesome attachment rate. Like industry highs that I've heard before, 40 or 50%. So 76 is doing good, and a lot of that does have to do with your, doing a lot of open enrollment too. But it's still like a tribute to the fact that you guys are just bringing it up.
Yeah.
So many people just don't bring it up, and a lot of those people would go and buy those products somewhere else.
Sure.
And then that would open up the door for them to rewrite your Medicare supplement as well. So so we're a big believer in writing it because you can't sell everything like you're selling it to yourself, first of all. And the Manhattan DDH, even though I say that, I actually have it on me and my wife. So It's not a bad plan. It really isn't. Plus, if you're an insurance agent, you can get commission on it, and it's tax deductible. So, don't be a wuss, just buy the plan. But
it's an awesome product.
It is a good product.
Like you said, we do a lot of turning 65, so it's an easier conversation. But I don't know if it'd be helpful. I just go through real quick how it goes.
How do you present it? Because I've talked about how I present it, but how do you present that plan?
Sure. Well, I think the actual wording, and you can tweak that on your own. But what I tell my guys, the reason it's successful is I just go through when I get someone on the phone, I have a 3-category, is what I call it, system, where we talk about, Part A and B with their supplement, or if they do Medicare Advantage, but most of my guys are going supplement. Mm-hmm. So Part A and B is category 1 with a supplement. So that's your hospital and Medicare medical. Mm-hmm. And then category 2 is your prescription drug coverage, and we go through that and do an explanation of how that's going to work. And then I finally just leave up and say, okay, John or Sally, the last and 3rd category is everything else. It's your dental, vision, and hearing type coverages. And I assume, was that something you were wanting to add? Mm-hmm. And a lot of the time they just say, of course. If they're coming off a group plan, they've always had dental, or maybe they've never had dental and they want it, right? Now we're seeing a lot of people really like the vision and the hearing. Like a lot of them never have had hearing coverage. And that's always a big draw too. So a lot of times they're just surprised. People will just say, yeah, I want it. And then you just go and explain how it works. And it's a killer policy compared to a lot of these group plans. $1,500 maximum versus this Manhattan Life 3,000.
And it's 3,000 that can be used towards dental, vision, or hearing. So many of them have those lower limits on vision.
Like 100 on vision.
Yeah. And that's like, okay, $100 for vision. Like, that doesn't seem worth it. So, but the 3,000 plan, being able to go and get multiple pairs of glasses a year if you lose a pair or something, it's kind of unheard of in those products. So that's been really good. And so on that, obviously we talked last night. We talked about how satisfaction and persistency for you super high. Probably the only real problems we're seeing is on drug plans, which join the club. There's not much you can do about it. Everybody hates their drug plan if they have to use it.
Not a Part D fan.
Not a Part D fan. And it's the same on the drug side of Medicare Advantage, really. Most of the time if they have something crazy, it's hard to get great coverage for it, unless they're a D-SNP client, and then they're mad about something else, so, everything else. But, yeah, man, I just wanted to take a minute to kind of go over some of that, and you're going to be at our mastermind talking and giving some more good tips about stuff, probably going through the presentation more in detail and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll just go exactly through it, the exact wording that I go through, and I mean it's been working for us, so maybe we can help someone else.
Yeah, and he kind of thinks, like he went over it when we were at, where was that, in Springfield, what do they call it? Power Players Retreat. Went over this presentation, and he was like, I don't know if it'll be helpful, this is just what we do. And then like half the room's like jaw drop, like that's the best presentation. So people a lot of times that know something that's working don't realize that they're actually doing a great job and that people can benefit from it. So if you're going to be at the mastermind, you're going to hear Josh go through a full presentation, how he presents a turning 65 client, and I think it'll be a pretty awesome addition to our lineup. So thanks for interviewing us, or letting me interview you, Josh. Thanks for interviewing me, Josh.
Thanks, Justin. Appreciate it.